Greetings, 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 good people. Thanks for clicking on the video. If you are new here, welcome. If you are not, welcome back, Royal Family. All right, season 13, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, episode 1, premiered the other day. I have been out of the loop. Last season, I don't even remember the last season that I watched in its entirety. Probably 11, some of 12, maybe. Anyway, this looks like it's going to be good this season, so I'm all in. All right. As you're coming in, please pay your admission fee by hitting the like button. Thank you in advance. Okay, so this is interesting way to open the show. You know how everybody's doing that trend with the hanging mic and everybody's like spitting their little hot 16. Okay, the intro I think was appropriate. It was really, really cute. I think that Scrappy had the best verse performance, whatever you want to call it, out of everyone. I hated how Spice didn't rap in patois. I see she's trying to twang. We Jamaicans say twang when you try to speak proper English. And it was cute, but it wasn't. I didn't really like it. Erica Banks, to me, she sounded crazy. Her vocals were bad. Like the audio on her vocals were horrible. It's safe to say that they probably all recorded this in separate studios, and sound engineers put everything together. But yeah, her vocals were really, really bad. Rashida wants y'all to know that she ain't leaving Kirk. Okay, I saw that clip circulating on social media. Was wondering where the heck is this from? Is this like a joke? So this was for the intro for the premiere of season 13. So a few of them, spit their little hot 16. It wasn't a 16. I'm just saying that. So yeah, Rashida wants you to know that she ain't leaving Kirk, and she let it be known from that hanging microphone. Okay. I wanted to know, where was Bambi? Isn't she a rapper? Okay. So I'm glad that she wasn't there, because I don't really like Bambi's raps and all that good stuff. So I thought that intro was really, really cute. Like I said, Scrappy, he had the best verse. Scrappy's really talented. He just needs to grow up. Anyway, so the episode actually opens up after the intro, the credits, and all that good stuff, with Young Jock being awarded. So ATL, they pretty much show up to be a part of Young Jock receiving an award. It was presented by the mayor of Atlanta, and he was honored for his community service to the city of Atlanta. I think that's what they said. So Jock is then accompanied by the mayor, Scrappy, and others to sing and dance along to his hit, It's Going Down. What is the name of that dance? The It's Going Down dance? Is that like the motorbike? Like, what is that dance called? Anyway, the mayor was up there doing the Young Jock dance. It's Going Down. He really struck gold with that song. That's when he was signed to Bad Boy, I think, because that song is umpteen years old, and it still holds up. So good for him. I want to know how you guys felt about the mayor shucking and jiving on stage to Jock's Bad Boy hit. Drop down in the comments and let me know if you care. Would you want to see the mayor of your city doing the Bankhead bounce, doing a Tootsie Roll on stage? How do you feel about that? I have my thoughts, but I'll reserve them for now. Anyway, it was nice to see Jock's children there. His father was there, and his close friends. He really goes hard for Atlanta. He has love for Atlanta. So it's good that they were there to see him being honored with this award. So it's a positive image for the children. All right, anyway, moving along. Rennie Rucci and Jessica White and Lil Zane. Zane. I can't call this man Lil Zane. He is a grown behind man. Okay, so they are all at the block party. It seems to be some sort of like an after party after Young Jock was being awarded. So they're all back and they're meeting up. Rennie, she went through relationship drama. I didn't keep up with that, but apparently she broke up with her man, or they had a fight on social media. They showed clips. Totally out of the loop. I've been out of the loop. But she's still with him. So Little Zane says that, he and his wife, I remember he was cheating on his wife and the kid wasn't his. What season was that? That was 12? Like I said, I don't remember where I left off. And the mother was lying for him, and his wife ended up finding out. I don't know what ended up happening. Share it in the comments. Let me know. Anyway, so Little Zane says that, he's been faithful, and he said that he's not like Mendices nor Kirk, and says that he's a good guy. And I'm like, why y'all always bringing up other people's names? Why are you mentioning other people that you're exactly alike? Allegedly, because I don't know if Mendices has been creeping. That's the word on the street. I just thought that was weird. So, he and Ashley, they went through drama. That's her name, right? Ashley. Um, Zayn says that he's not having unprotected sex with women, nor is he having babies on his wife, which are digs at Mendices and Kurt. And I think Scrappy too. I'm not sure. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, Karlie's name is brought up. They're wondering where she is. And it's rumored that she's basically going to be filing for divorce or getting ready to file for divorce. So Jessica, she shows concern, Jessica White, and she wants to get all the girls together for a wellness retreat. They do this every season on every reality show. They go away to the woods somewhere, they fight, they cry, they have meditation, and they come back and they're all good for maybe 2 episodes, and then all hell proceeds to break loose as usual. Okay. um Rennie is looking at Jessica White. I noticed she's looking at her sideways because Jessica seems to be rubbing everybody the wrong way. So Rennie is kind of like, you want to put on a retreat? You want to get everybody together for a retreat? Yeah, okay, whatever. We move on to see Sierra. She shows up with her man. She's back. Is it me or does her voice sound weird? I don't know if it was, I don't think it was the audio. Her voice just sounds different. So she shows up to the event with her husband. I don't even remember when they got married. She's not cool with Rennie. Then you have Rollo. I'm not familiar with him. I know that he's a rapper from Atlanta, I'm assuming, I guess. Was he on the last season? I don't recall. Anyway, Jock and Kendra, they show up to the block party. They have a brief discussion about Bambi's diss track. So apparently last year, I remember when Spice was trying to do a cast album. That was season 12. And I guess she didn't want Bambi on it, or Bambi ended up not being on it, whatever the reason. I don't recall. And Bambi ended up making a diss track and basically dissing everybody. So they're having like a kind of like a little discussion about that. Scrappy, he then shows up to the block party claiming that he's unfazed by the diss track from Baby Mama number 2, as he calls her. Like I said, I've been totally out of the loop because I had no clue that Scrappy got another kid. What? Whatever. Then we shift gears to my girl Spice. Okay, I like Spice. I think that she should have been off of Love and Hip Hop many years ago. Not any shade, but I just think I want to see her do other things. But whatever, it looks like she's here to stay. So she's back and she's working as usual. So Spice basically recorded a response to Bambi's diss track, and the song did very, very well in comparison to Bambi's song. I don't like Spice rapping in an American accent, but I get why she did it. It has to be palatable to the mainstream. So that's probably why, but I don't know, when she's just rapping in an American accent, it just sounds odd. But like I said, I get why she did it. Matter of fact, I wanted Spice, like I said, to exit Love and Hip Hop a long time ago. And again, it's not because I don't like her, but I just think like she's really talented musically and she's very, very, very successful. All right, anyway. So Rashida, she shows up, right? Rashida and Spice have maintained their friendship throughout the years. And that's good. She always supports Spice. Spice supports her. They show up for each other. So Rashida shows up, and she's basically Spice is at a photo shoot, like I said, always working. She was on tour at the time, and she's on a little bit of a break, and she's just working, whatever. So Rashida, she shows up, and Rashida is shocked that Bambi mentioned her on the diss track. I mean, why? She was taking shots at everybody. And I do want to sidebar real quick. Even though Bambi's song, in my opinion, was corny, I don't think Bambi is a good rapper. This is a good storyline for a show with hip hop and dance hall artists. It just makes sense. Like somebody writes a diss track, then someone else responds, and then it's love and hip hop. Let's get to the hip hop already, right? I do think that's a good storyline though. Um, Also, Spice, she was she was at Vibes Cartel. Vibes Cartel was released from prison last year, if I'm not mistaken, and he had a concert, like a coming home concert, at the Barclays Center in New York. So Spice was one of the people who was on the lineup, because Spice and Vibes Cartel are very close. Now Spice is very, very disrespectful for this. She had the entire crowd say, "Bambi, suck your mother." Let me just say something to my American royal family members. That is an ultimate disrespect. I know a lot of people who are not necessarily from the Caribbean or not Jamaican will make jokes and they will say certain curse words and stuff like that. But you just be very wise who you say that to, okay? Because that is like the utmost disrespect. And Spice knows that. So she actually intended to do it. So Barclays was jam packed, sold out show. And she had everybody in there telling Bambi to suck her mother. That was wild. Another thing, did y'all notice that Spice had her hair cut? She had like a piece of hair covering her eye, like one of her eyes. Mm-mm. Anyway, so Rashida and Spice, they're pretty much discussing the wellness retreat, Jessica's wellness retreat, and Rashida doesn't want to go because she just says she's not with the drama. Of course, unless it has to do with Kirk, she wants no parts of any drama. All right, then we shift gears to Scrappy Dappy, Mr. She's Naive himself. So he's got a new song out. Okay, so he's recording a music video, and then we see a lady, and she's introduced as his girlfriend. So I'm saying to myself, wait a minute, that's not the girl that he had the baby with recently, had his last son with, his last child with. This is about to be a hot mess. So we're introduced to Brittany, his girlfriend. Now, according to Scrappy, he wants to settle down and they're both ready. They're discussing meeting each other's family. So she wants Scrappy to meet her siblings. Scrappy wants her to meet his mama, but then he thinks twice and says, well, maybe not yet. I can't wait till Mama D meets this young lady. I'm gonna tell you, Spice and Mama D, those are my two faves. Okay, call me crazy, but those are my two faves. Okay, so then we shift gears and we move on to Bambi. Okay, Bambi is with her man. They pull up to the bridal shop. She is meeting Jessica White at the bridal shop. Jessica is meeting this mystery man for the first time. I think it's the first time they met, whatever. So Bambi is happy that she's engaged and she wants a huge wedding. So yeah, and they're also discussing all the drama that's going on. Bambi said that she's not talking to not talking to Spice, and she's not talking to somebody else, who knows. So Jessica is just telling her, hey, I want to invite you on the retreat. I'm inviting everybody. Bambi is gung-ho that she's going to pretty much kind of keep to herself. She will go. She's cool with Jessica White. She will support her, but she's just going to keep to herself because she don't want any drama. Of course you want drama. You love drama, Bambi. Moving along. Our girl Karlie Red is down bad, y'all. Karlie Red is down bad. So she meets up with Rennie, Rucci, and Santana. And they have a cute little picnic outside and they all sit down and Karlie pretty much reveals that she's filing for divorce. Rumors have been circulating on social media, but she confirms that she is filing for divorce. She was really sad and crying. And she also revealed that she experienced domestic violence in her relationship. So there were public records of a domestic violence situation. So Rennie, she offers, some words of encouragement and then tells her about Jessica's retreat. So Karlie's whole thing is Jessica White is immature. She says that you basically, when you communicate with me, you have to be on your grown woman-ish. I don't know what happened with them. I saw clips of them throwing stuff at each other and fighting. I don't recall what happened. Like I said, I left off somewhere at season 12. I don't remember what episode, but I'm back on now. All right. So we're going to wish Karlie all the best. All right. Moving along. Let me tell you something about this Mama D's boy. Something's not right with him. Something is truly, truly not right with him. Okay. So in this next scene, you see Scrappy is at the mother of his child, his last child. I don't even remember her name. He's at her house and they have been intimate. Okay. Now, remember earlier we saw Scrappy introduce everybody to Brittany as his girlfriend, but he's still messing with this girl. She's from Brooklyn. I just want to say she does not represent all Brooklyn folk. Brooklyn, not all Brooklyn folk act like that. So she's down in Atlanta, and she basically tells him that, you're not really a good father. Um, he stated and admitted and said that he stuck his member in the wrong hole because he was having a threesome with her and another lady, and she ended up pregnant. Scrappy, you just nasty. So there was no protection? Like, you just straight up nasty and reckless, and you don't even care. And the part that pisses me off, I understand this is all for entertainment and people laugh, but the part that annoys the hell out of me is that a child was produced in this mess and madness. Who gonna fight for the children? Lord have mercy. So she ends up spazzing out because Scrappy is toting around Brittany as his girlfriend, and then the girl starts taking shots and saying she's a fake realtor and she's this and she's that, and then she starts talking about how her cootie cat is the best, and she's just vulgar and vulgar and vulgar. I was so disgusted by her. It was too much. It was too much. So she, gets so like irate that this is, I can't even believe, how did you, Scrappy, you just nasty. You nasty and reckless. And you too old to be nasty and reckless. Anyway, she nagged the man so bad that the man left the house in his robe and his socks and got in a car, it looks like, and was getting ready to just dip out. Yeah, she was too much for him. So, like I said, the way that the child was conceived and the mess that this child is born into is something that this child is going to have to live with, and that is just unfortunate, and it's a damn shame. Okay, it's a damn shame. So I don't know what Scrappy's gonna do with this girl. I'm pretty sure this girl and Brittany, they're gonna have it out. I'm curious to see what Mama D, the queen, has to say about all this foolishness. Okay, you need to tighten up, Scrappy. This is disgusting. This is really, really, really gross. And am I being judgmental? Probably, but it's gross because there's a child involved now. Okay, so we shall see what will happen or what will become of that nonsense. But she's very vulgar and she's just too much. And then she was in the driveway, she, doing the Evelyn Lozada coochie pat, and you got this pee, you like this pee. It's like, ma'am, please have some class and decorum. So anyway, the ladies are on the way. Everybody is en route to head to the woods or the mountains or wherever they're going to embark on this retreat hosted by Miss Jessica White. Her confessional look eats. Okay, she looks very pretty in pink. I think that she's bat-ish crazy from what I've seen on previous seasons, but whatever. We'll see where this goes. So everybody is apprehensive, and of course, everyone's wondering who's gonna talk to who. I ain't got time for this. Judging by the previews, it's going to be drama. So all the ladies are en route, and that is where the episode ends. Okay, so like I said, this season looks like it's going to be entertaining. I will say this: Atlanta has been churning out season after season, episode after episode, and although some of these storylines are repetitive, they haven't disappointed thus far. Will I go back and catch up where I left off on season 12? No need to. We can just move forward. Okay, so I'm looking forward to this season. Drop down in the comments and share your thoughts, and let me know if you've seen this episode. What are your thoughts? What is Scrappy? I can't stand saying the word baby mama, but whatever. Scrappy's baby mama, this last girl, what the heck is her name? And how old is the son? Is he 2 now? I as much as I'm on social media at times, how did I miss this? Or maybe it was a rumor and then we didn't know. I think that's where I left off. I don't know. Whatever. This is one hell of a storyline, and it's going to be a hot mess. So drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. So I'm down to do season 13 of Love and Hip Hop. So far, so good. So I was a little disappointed that Mama D wasn't in this episode, but I'll wait for the queen. Yes, I like Mama D in all her messiness. Okay, she's extremely entertaining. All right, y'all, that's it. That's all I got. Thank you for watching. Okay. If you haven't paid your admission fee, please feel free to do so now. You still have time by hitting the like button. Share your thoughts in the comments. Will you be watching along? Are you all love and hip hop out? Let me know what you think, and I will talk to you later.